Hi, I'm Brian, and I like Hallmark fall-ish movies.
Well, this is awkward.
This is weird.
Well, wait
I
a
don't even
minute.
know. Did you know it? Did you see him come in?
I
didn't even.
I didn't even know.
Okay,
He did bring dessert.
Well, listen here. Because I'm Panda.
Hi, Panda. Nice to meet you.
Well, no. You.
Oh.
I like.
He also.
I'm the guy
he
who
also
likes
likes.
I like
Hallmark
Hallmark
movies.
fallish movies. This
Yeah,
is weird.
it's weird.
I don't know.
Should we just keep trying our best here?
I mean,
I'm Dan. I despise Hallmark movies, but I also killed Bran, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast. Oh boy! Welcome to a show where three guys, none of whom love Hallmark movies.
There's nothing that can be done about it.
That's it. None of us love them, but we're here to talk about them for your enjoyment.
Yep.
We did it. And so most people think, we can't have an episode without Bran. It's never been done before.
It's never been done.
But we're doing it. We're making history tonight, Panda. It's me in the captain's chair.
Yep.
I'm doing the best I can. It's our buddy Brian, who you're going to be seeing more and more of lately because Panda left us for another podcast.
Well, listen.
You want to announce that yet or not?
I'm not sure I'm ready to announce that quite yet.
Okay. No, leave it, save it, save it.
We'll save it for another day.
That's right.
But,
you're going to hate it.
That's what it's called.
That's true.
You're going to hate it. Is what it's called.
It is.
Panda actually tells you what he really thinks about things. He's been holding back all these years, but no longer.
No more.
We've held him back too long. He's going to jump in.
It's time for these little wings to fly.
That sounds great if you got the big boys on.
Oh,
I can tell you right now. Like I know that
They'll come across.
Man, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so good.
So
Boys,
good.
how you doing? You know what? Bran did give me one note, and it was this. How was your weekend? You know what's great about this is I don't have to answer this question. I just get to ask it. How was your weekend, gang?
It was great.
Good?
It was a lot of fun.
Good.
Good. My kid's getting older. And
Yeah. She had a birthday this week.
Coming up. Yeah.
No, it's already happened, right?
She had her birthday. No.
I thought her birthday was the night we saw the Meg, which was August 3rd.
No, August 9th.
August 9th. Maybe the Meg was a
write
week
that down.
later than I thought. August 10th. That makes more sense.
Yeah, August 10th.
Yeah, August 10th. So it's coming.
It's coming up. And so
Well,
we're
actually,
prepping-
this episode comes out on the 9th.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lily.
Hey, Lily girl. If you're hearing this, you don't listen to my podcast. But if you did,
Yeah.
Happy
Years
birthday.
later, after, Panda's got maybe 10 or 12 left.
Yep.
But after that, when you're 16 and he's bit it, you can dig back through the archives.
And she'll be like,
you
"Oh,
can
Pops."
find this episode and you'll be able to get a little happy birthday message.
you're welcome, daughter.
That's right. Man, can you top that, Bri?
No, my weekend, I've been putting together kids' beds all weekend.
Good
so
job.
It's in the
Yeah, you just moved to that Greenville.
Just moved to
How has it
that
changed your life?
changed my life in many ways.
So many.
So many ways. I have not had. Well, I'll tell you this: I've never seen so much jade walking in my life.
Fair.
You mean walking? That's what we call
I've
it.
never seen somebody cross so many lanes of traffic without a care in the world.
Man. We
That's
don't
changed
care.
my perspective.
No.
Life's more free than you'll ever know.
That's right.
Than I've ever
Welcome to
Thank you.
God's country.
Yep.
you.
That's right. Guys, you want to talk about this latest Ron Oliver joint? It just reeks of fall. I mean, the autumnal
Campfire.
tones in Love in the Limelight, hard to be overstated. And this could go bad or worse, but I've got to do this synopsis, gang.
Good.
Can we buckle down and just try to get through it together?
I think we're ready, Dan, and I'll tell you this. I have all the confidence in the world that you're going to exceed the very low expectations I have for you.
Great. Thank you
one
so
of
much.
us.
All right.
But it's weird because you had those expectations to begin with, so I don't know
But
whether or not
I
I
also
should be.
think you're going to exceed my own low expectation.
Okay, good.
Let's do
I'm
it.
glad we did that. Love in the Limelight aired August 6th, 2022. Oh, who's this?
I'm Fozzie.
Fozzie Bear from the Muppets?
No.
Just
Fozzie.
Just regular
I get it
Fozzie.
all the time.
You want to give me a last name so we don't have this thing that happens?
Fozzie.
Fozzie Bryant.
Fozzie Bryant.
Yeah.
So and what's wild is another famous Bryant was Bear Bryant. So there's a lot of crossover.
A lot of confusion here.
Yeah.
My life has been pretty miserable up to this point.
Did your parents just name you straight up Fozzie, or was that a nickname?
No, my name's Fozzie.
Nothing you could do about it.
No.
Nothing. You're just stuck.
And then once he came out, Fozzie Bear, I sat there. I said, "Oh,
So you're
no."
older than Fozzie Bear.
Yeah.
Old enough to cognitively remember when he came on the scene.
Yeah.
So you're like in your 70s or 80s.
Oh, I'm up there.
Okay.
He sounds great.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I'm really with it.
Well, thank you for saying 2022.
Yeah,
for me.
2022.
You
Wow.
nailed it,
already
Foz.
said that, though.
You nailed it.
Okay.
This time he's out. That's all right, Foz. He's had a long life. He's served us well. I think he served our country well
He might have.
in the Great
can't-
War.
Fozzie's out there.
All right, and it went a little something like this. Carlos Pena Vega plays in a Sugar Ray cover band. We learn his name is Nick Mendez, thanks to an over-narration of Alexa Pena Vega, whose name is Summer. Apparently, the name of the Sugar Ray cover band was the Mendez Boys, with a Z, and they were popular years ago, and Alexis had the biggest crush on Nick and knew every song. Summer even wrote Nick a letter, and as that serendipitously was picked off a pile of 10 letters, and he gives her a call, she thinks he's from Crank Yankers and hangs up. And then we have a cool for 2012 title card and credit sequence. We also learned that Summer and Nick exchanged letters like modern day pen pals over the next 10 years, becoming the best of friends until the day that everything changed, according to Summer's narration anyway. Cut to present day, where Summer is a human resource manager at Western Governors University, dealing with nonsense problems like stuffed rabbit situations, don't ask. We find out that even though she's supposedly great at her job, she's not as welcoming as WGE would like her to be. You know, they want their HR people to be out and hobnobbing with the public, apparently. Nick is still holding on to his career, grasping at straws as it swirls down the drain. Next thing you know, he'll be doing movies of the week. He's got to sell one of his classic cars and somebody records it on their cell phone. He blows up at his girlfriend. She chucks his golf clubs and takes his classic car, saying, Nick Mendez is over. Summer's trying to engage with the WGU community. It's not going well. She blurts out things like barbecue chicken randomly. She catches a TV interview with Nick Mendez, and it seems she's taking the news of his demise worse than he is. Nick and his team are trying to figure out how to relaunch his fledgling career as a former Sugar Ray cover frontman. His manager gets him a gig where she promises he'll have a band and new material. He doesn't have those things. That gig is playing the Metro in Salt Lake City. Things are looking up. Summer is hating life, being a more available HR rep. The only way it could get worse, according to her, is if they made her sing. Don't make her sing. That won't come back later. Turns out Summer is in Utah, and now so is Nick. He surprises her at her work, and they meet for the first time. It isn't creepy, and things are going great. They go out for coffee, and the banter is spicy, like they've known each other forever and or are already married. We learn that her dad doesn't know about their 15-year relationship. They talk about each other's former boyfriends and girlfriends. Nick wants to take a picture with her. She says nah, because pics are lame or something. She finally relents and takes a selfie with the poor guy. Summer goes over to her abuela's house. That's Spanish for grandma. If Bran was doing the synopsis, would there be a full bit here?
Yep.
Grandma has a TikTok channel and a ring light, so she's streets ahead. Summer and abuela have a heart-to-heart about Nick, and abuela says a lot of things that just really boil down to, oh, Nick, hubba hubba. Nick has a similar convo with his agent about Summer, and she realizes that this relationship with Summer would be great publicity for Nick. Nick has a band, and they're practicing at the venue. It's not going great. It's almost like Summer's got him off his game. Nick is also worried that this is his one shot, one opportunity to get back his career in Sugar Ray cover artistry. Nick and Summer go shopping and continue to share things about each other's past that you'd assume they would have covered up in the letters and text over the past 15 years, but they didn't. They run into Summer's dad. Summer quickly eschews Nick out of the way, so she doesn't want her dad to see them because he's protective or something. Nick and Summer instead share some big gulp milkshakes where Nick floats the idea of making their relationship a PR stunt. Turns out Summer is offended by that. Get out of town. Rehearsing for the gig is still going terribly. To make matters worse, Nick's agent calls to let him know that he and Summer's relationship is getting a full segment on TV, and Nick isn't having it. Summer is at her parents' house trying not to tell them about Nick. She succeeds and saves all her feelings for Abuela. Abuela's TikTok channel just picked up 10,000 more followers. She's a regular affirmation panda. Summer and her HR friend try to work through her and Nick's relationship while working on elliptical machines. All of it goes about as you'd expect. Summer has to decide if she's going to go to Nick's concert or not. The stakes have never been higher. Nick shows up at Summer's work. Again, someone better tell HR. He tries to apologize to her and Summer isn't having it. You know what they say? Can't spell therapy without HR. Summer's work bestie can't believe she's letting Nick just walk away without going after him. Summer's making excuses. Her bestie convinces her to ask Nick out on a double date. Cut to Nick showing up an hour late to band practice and getting lectured by his sound mixer. Guy can't catch a break. Nick gets the dinner invite from Summer and he's good at music again. The double date goes well until the subject of Summer's family comes up. Yikes, even with that hiccup, they end up walking barefoot in the grass together. They grab each other's hands and they kiss big ones. And that, my friends, is only the halfway point of this movie. Just when things look to be going well, who's that in the bushes? Paparazzi. You didn't know where I was going.
I went paparochi, and I didn't.
Cut my life.
I've been too.
Summer decides to bring Nick home for dinner. That's Nickelback, Arazzi. It's a big deal. Summer's nervous and talking with Nick about the game plan for meeting her parents. You know, basically, don't tell them anything about yourself. Wear exactly what I've picked out. You get the idea. The dinner's awkward. Summer's little brother cracks the case wide open by recognizing Nick. It's uncanny. Summer's dad is unimpressed. She even says, "Is my daughter also a gig?" He says that. So things are going well. Nick turns the tables by declaring his love for Summer and calls her perfect. Dad tries to leave the table, but not on Abuela's watch. He gets a lecture, but things still are awkward. Nick goes outside with Summer's dad, and Nick wins him over with his knowledge of classic cars. You know, classic man stuff. And Summer's dad tells Nick that Summer was bullied a lot as a kid, especially when she was trying to sing and supposed to sing in a play when she was 9 years old, and that made her never want to sing in public again. Don't make her sing. Nick wins over Summer's family with guitar lessons and guitar playing, but there's still this whole issue of Nick lives in LA and Summer is all the way in Salt Lake City. How can they overcome it? Summer's mom and dad dance passionately for about 3 measures longer than it takes to make it uncomfortable. It's clear that Nick has successfully bonded with Summer's fam. Summer and Nick sing a song he wrote called The Basics. It's no for him, but it's solid, and they kiss again. Turns out Summer is inspiring Nick to write new stuff that his sound mixer calls amazing. Nick floats the idea out there to Summer that he doesn't have to leave Salt Lake City after the concert and he could just stay in town. Summer's on board. Everything looks peachy until Nick hears from his agent. Remember those pics from the paparazzi? Well, TV combines those with the video of his old girlfriend chucking his golf clubs. And this, it turns out, is Summer's worst nightmare. Summer then gets mad at Nick for knowing things about her. She says she can't do this, tells him to get out of her apartment, go back to LA after the show, and she never wants to see him again.
Throws his golf clubs.
See ya, sucker. Abuela talks some sense into Summer, tells her to have some courage and to maybe give Nick another shot. Nick is down in the dumps. His sound editor gives him a pick-me-up by telling him, "You're not a has-been, you're a once was." Thanks. Nick starts the show with the same Sugar Ray ska jam that opened the movie. It's a bop. Summer shows up outside the venue. Is she going to go in? We don't know. Nick dedicates a song to her. It's also a bop. Nick starts his next song and sees Summer off stage. He stops mid-song, restarts it, but the way he and Summer sang it at her parents' house. Don't make her sing. She does sing. Camera zooms out, they kiss, and that, my friends, was love in the limelight. We did it. Thank you, Fozzie.
Oh, thank you.
Fozzie, not only did he buy the year, he bought We Did It from me, I think. Is that just because I'm in this chair?
Oh, Panda sold it to me for $15.
Panda doesn't have it, Fozzie. It's mine. I think he sold you a bill of goods. You can't just take We Did It from me.
Oh,
it's my one.
Selling. Just a yard
it's
sale.
Like
It's
guys, I'm going out of business, and so I'm
going out of business.
I don't know what you want.
Boy, man, we did it. Thanks, Foz. We're gonna dive into this Love in the Limelight. Hear what everybody thought with 4 segments. We're gonna do it right after the break here on
Deck the Hallmark.
Fozzie. Welcome back to Deck the Hallmark. Here we're talking Ron Oliver's joint with the Pena Vegas. It's Love in the Limelight. We've got Brian Harold. We've got Panda. We've got Fozzie Bryant with us, apparently, who's purchased random things throughout the show.
Yeah, it's really strange.
It's really strange that he would do that.
Licensing, not a bad avenue, though.
It isn't. Listen, I mean, it's weird, Panda, that your first move when you said you were leaving was, how do I sell random quotes.
Yeah, and I will say that Fozzie has been my biggest buyer so far.
Have you had any other buyers? Did Harold buy anything from you? Did Brian buy anything from you?
He's buying the second chair.
Yeah, he's buying the second chair.
He's buying the
You mean
second
I'm
chair.
not getting promoted? Man, this is tough
You're
sledding,
out.
gang.
No, I'm sorry.
It's tough out here.
It's a tough day.
I mean, what do you got to do? Hey, let's start the show the way we always do, a little segment we call the Hot Take, where we tell everybody how we felt about the show. I'm going to start with none other than the hottest taker who gives the hottest takes. He was named GQ's hottest taker of men over the age of 65. It's Panda. Panda, what'd you think of Loving the Limelight? Loving the Limelight, even, not Lime Late. I don't know. It's getting Lime Late out here. We got to get going.
Guys, listen. Let's lay the cards out on the table.
Lay them out there, buddy.
Not a fall movie.
What?
There was an autumnal.
There's no I in autumnal.
Autumnal. There was an autumnal leaf
Autumnal.
on the screen.
On the
Fall
screen.
into Love on August 6th. Yeah.
And there was a wheelbarrow little video with the pumpkin and everything.
Like
It was yeah. It was how do I put this, Brian? Depressing.
Yeah.
That said, I didn't hate this movie. I liked it. It is a little ridiculous, but there's some fun here. I mean, there's some fun to be had. The music is a bop. Like, I like the music. It's a bop. The Pena Vegas, they've got good chemistry, which is great because they're married.
Yeah.
Which is always a thumbs up. That's what you want to see from a married couple. And then, so, the plot is really where it comes down to. And Ron Oliver, I think, can make pretty much any movie fairly interesting with his direction. And this movie does, I think, this version of this kind of movie well, and I think he does it well. Is it my favorite movie of the year? No. Am I disappointed that somehow this is pegged as a fall movie and in the fall slate? Yeah, I'm disappointed, but I could buy it as a late summer movie, I guess. I don't know. I'm stretching here, but yeah, it's fine. I do think that this is going to be the best that we get for this month, though.
GQ did call back. Yeah. Apparently, Fozzie Bryant also in that GQ list over 65.
Yep.
And they're thinking about moving him to 1.
Let me tell you, best movie I ever saw.
So watch your back.
Best movie I ever saw.
You're going to have to do better than that, Foz.
I saw this movie called Shawshank Redemption. Not as good.
Not as good as Lime.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take. You're gonna be in trouble, buddy.
Yep.
2022 out.
Okay.
I don't think you understand.
Brian, here it is in studio. Hot take time. What do you got?
Hot take time. So, Panda, thank you for addressing the elephant in the room.
Yep.
About the fall, the lack of fall, and the most fall being in the bottom right corner of the screen.
Yes.
There was one other bit of fall that was large in this movie, and it was the fall Nick's career took.
Whoa. You hear that, fictional musician? We're coming after you. Man, this is why the actors don't like us.
Never heard that. So that was one thing I wiped from my brain when I put this movie on, when I sat down in front of this. I want fall. I'm not going to get fall, so forget it.
Yeah.
Forget fall.
Yep. It's done.
So that was, I'm glad you addressed that. But there is one other elephant in the room we have to address here, and it's the fact that the day we're recording this is the day of Daniel's birth.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. So what do we do?
Yeah, I'm
on
in
the day of Daniel's birth.
You got to light.
Oh, my gosh.
We light
do
one
you
out.
have match? What is happening right now?
Smoke alarms in here, right?
Yeah, no, this is an old place. What's happening?
Oh, no, that does not
This
help.
is great for podcasts. You're going to burn your finger, which will be great for podcasts. Get back on that mic before you burn it. Man, he's
wow.
going to burn his finger. He's going to burn his finger.
He's going to burn his finger.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Burn, baby, burn.
Here we go.
Brian Inferno, burn. Oh, he did it just in time. He got him a little bit.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday, dear
Grumpy Dan.
Happy birthday to you. Blow him out. Make a big wish, Dan.
This makes recording on my birthday worth it.
I was hoping you would say that. Now, Daniel, Panda, what'd you get, Dan?
What'd you get him? Oh,
well, here's the deal.
Now it's getting real. Oh no. Oh man.
That's okay.
I mean, I don't want to say it too much, but another year of friendship is
You're a friendship.
Oh, that is better than a cupcake.
you're welcome.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Thank you so much.
man,
It is my birthday and I'm here recording with you guys. So life's good.
What a blessing.
What a blessing indeed. That's right.
So anyway, the pace felt really good in this movie. They came out hot. I feel like they came out with, it was pretty funny. It was pretty entertaining. I was into it. I was having a good time. And then she just would not let up on her privacy thing, and it got old for me. And I was into it. Like, I was into the flick for a while. I thought it was funny. Not enough music for me overall. But I really feel like
not enough music for you.
Not enough music for me.
Interesting.
I wanted more. I wanted him like jamming in his hotel room.
There's only 84 minutes in the thing, right?
Yeah, but I mean, all these walk and talk dates and all this stuff, these milkshakes, they could have spent some more time band practice. You know?
Could have.
A little bit more time in band practice. Could have. But I sort of started
Brian's
going down.
hot take is he wanted more band practice.
Band practice.
Yeah.
But the one thing that did save it for me was the "Don't Make Me Sing" joke.
I mean, come on. She
She
just teed it up for us. Don't make me sing.
Wonderful. So-
I felt like I knew I had to write the synopsis beforehand. And so I felt like I really had my eagle eye on here watching this movie. And I got to tell
looked
you,
like it.
watching with that much concentration with one of these makes them worse. Like it just
exhausted.
It is a lot more to do. Bran, I give you a hard time. I will continue to give you a hard time when you mess up characters' names, you don't pronounce things right. However, God bless you for writing these every episode because, man, this lead and Alexa Pena Vega, both the Pena Vegas are more than charming and have great chemistry, but holy cow, a relationship is not going to fix what's going on with that character. She has just so much baggage to unpack. It's going to take a lot. Just a lot. The singing, the commitment issues, her privacy, like for someone that has been in a text pen pal relationship with this singer for 15 years, crazy. She's not all there. Yeah. And so I was very concerned about her mental health and well-being. Thank you, Panda, for moving your mic right in the old ticker. And yeah, so Ron Oliver does lend himself to quality. Yep. I don't know the guy just has it down. It's like when I say Bethany Joy Lenz somehow has figured out exactly what she's supposed to do in every one of these movies. He has figured out how to direct these movies. And so it does kind of raise it a little bit. Their chemistry raises a little bit. The music isn't bad. No, as a ska kid of the 90s, not bad. But it was tough sledding, man. I thought it was, when they kissed, I was like, is this it?
I couldn't believe it.
9 o'clock already? Oh, no, it's 8:10 right now. I got 50 minutes left of this thing. So, yeah, not exactly great, but I think there's some elements that move it out of the worst of the year camp.
Yep. Dan likes a movie.
No, you got to wait for it. You got to say, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He brings his cupcakes in here, and it worked, by the way. But then you can't just jump in when I'm not.
He gave me $250 for second chair. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, man, that is more than you could have. Look, I think a smooth 50. I think Foz bought We Did It for $15. So, so he dropped him a smooth 15. You know how he does.
Foz doesn't have a lot.
Foz doesn't have a lot. It's an it's a system that's depending on what you have. That's kind. So Brian's really wealthy then, is what we're saying. Brian's rich. You heard it here first, gang.
Hey, he's my rich friend. Brian's my rich friend.
If I had a rich friend.
For all the bits over the years, you can buy a seat.
That's right. That's all you got to do.
You have enough money, you can buy anything on this show.
That's true.
Let's get to all the feels while, it's not midnight yet. So any feels that came up during the movie? Fall feels, autumnal or autumnal feels, or maybe just a good old-fashioned cozy romance feels? Panda?
Hey, listen, I do have a couple feels. First of all, I like the mid-kiss. Mid-movie
the mid-kiss.
I call it the mid-kiss.
Is that a kiss in the mid-section? I don't think we're allowed to talk about that.
That's not what we're endorsing here. But what we do endorse here is a mid-movie kiss.
There it is.
And then she looks and she says, You Can Meet My Parents. I thought that was funny.
was.
That's
Yeah,
a funny.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a funny bit.
Yeah.
And then also when the parents start dancing as he's playing the music, that's a good scene. That's a good scene.
Yeah.
That warms the heart a little bit.
A little bit.
if you will.
A little bit. It's pretty cold on those fall nights. You need to warm the heart
It's,
out a little bit.
this movie, I will say, this movie was a little bit more toasty than I will.
Yeah, it's a summer movie.
Yeah, it's
and
a
they
summer-
just tried
it's
to
a-
color correct it a bit for sure. Bri?
Yeah, so, Panda, let me try something out on you.
Go for it.
Okay? When I look at you, all I see is inner conflict. How does that make you feel?
Can I say this?
What a line.
Like I want to quit my job
Yeah.
and rethink my life. Thank you.
Somebody
Right.
didn't say that in the movie, did they?
That was probably my favorite line in this movie.
Someone says that in this movie
Doesn't she
This
say that
movie we
to?
watched.
to her bestie.
Her buddy, Janie.
Oh, yeah,
Janie
yeah.
says it to
Janie says it to
On
Summer.
the treadmill.
Yeah.
She
Kevin Hart-
says, "What? Say it again."
She says, when I look at you, all I see is inner conflict. And I was on the floor. I think that is a great, and I'm like, I'm going to use that on somebody in real life. That's a good zinger.
I'm going to ruin somebody's day.
Yeah.
When I look at you, all I see is inner conflict. That's brutal.
Thanks, Freud.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So that
How
gave
much
me
do I
feels.
owe you for the
Yeah,
sesh?
That was funny feels for me.
Yeah,
great.
I can't believe that
take
made it
somebody
in
down
there.
a notch feels.
Yeah, take somebody down. And we can do take somebody down a notch feels.
Now we can.
Can we go back to Myra's Lighthouse? Sorry,
You pay for a seat. You get
too soon. Yeah, so weirdly enough, the parents dancing worked for me until it got like steamy. And I'm not saying it didn't work for me when it got steamy. I'm saying like they kept dancing and you were like, should we
Maybe
be
we
watching
shouldn't be.
this? At some point, man, they were in it. They were doing it.
When is too long to dance in front of somebody else?
In real life or in a movie? In a movie, I think it's 6 measures. In real life, it's probably, I mean, people do it regularly for songs on end. I don't know if you know this. There are like clubs and stuff.
So there was
They used to call them sock hops.
Oh well, now that you clarify, thank
talking
you
his
for saying it.
language. Yeah,
I remember there was this outdoor music festival in Travelers Rest that they would have a summer concert series.
Line dancing.
No. It was like rock bands. Like there was a Leonard Skinner cover band.
Yeah, they were.
Leonard
and
Skinner?
Leonard Skinner, and there was one couple that was dancing intimately during the, and it was uncomfortable for me.
I get the feeling that everyone has a story like that, you know, and I'm sure that everyone dancing like that in front of people, it involved some alcohol somewhere along the way.
I'm surprised they let me keep dancing that way.
Yeah. That's weird. That's weird. But look, as soon as they throw Freebird on, what are you supposed
I had
to
no
do?
choice.
I mean,
ironclad.
That's right next to Marvin Gaye in the playlist, isn't it?
Freebird.
Yeah, so those were my feels, which was great. Awesome. Right after this, we'll get to the segment everybody comes to listen to, which is the Wait What. Let's take one more quick break, then we'll get to it right here on Deck the
Freebird.
Hallmark. Pause.
I'm out.
Welcome
Rich
back.
for my
What are you
blood.
doing,
I'm
Fozzie?
just gonna
He is
keep
taking
talking.
over.
Where's our commercial break yet?
Bless it.
I
doesn't
bought
know what
that last
commercials
commercial break.
sound like
I bought
Sign
it,
Guy.
and I'm gonna sell you all sorts of things.
We're
I'm
going to do it
selling you a
again. We're going to
burger.
do it again,
Sell
Foz.
you a-
Foz, we're going to do it again.
Fuzz out.
We're going to do it again, and we're going to do it right this time, or we're getting every dime back. You understand me? Fozzie Elaine Bryant. Apparently, your middle name's Elaine. That's what I have here.
Yeah, that's right.
Fozzie Elaine Bryant.
Yeah.
This is your shot.
Okay.
All right, we're going to get to the Wait What, the segment everybody comes to listen to. But first, we're going to take one more quick break right here on Deck the
commercial
Hallmark.
break.
All right, welcome back here on Deck the Hallmark. I guess that last take was as good as we're going to get. Let's get to the Wait What moments in this movie that made us stop and go, wait, what? Huh? No way. Let's start with you, Panda.
At one point, her friend says the word nunnery, to which she responds,
Yeah.
only an English lit grad would use the word nunnery, and I would suggest to you that there might be other times that somebody uses the word nunnery, like when actually encountering a
Talking about
nunnery at
nuns,
some point.
maybe?
Nuns,
I don't know.
Who knows? At one point, he says, after they both share terrible relationship stories, he goes, man, I guess we're both batting 1,000, huh? And he doesn't say it ironically. He says it with, but I would suggest to you.
Oh, I just assumed he was being ironic or sarcastic.
To me, he sounded like he was being serious. To which that sounds like something I would say. You're not batting 1,000. Just tossing it out there. What are the odds that someone notices a member of a boy band that their babysitter was into?
That's right.
Not just.
Yeah, I
member
think
of a
the
boy
whole
band.
idea was her babysitter talked about him nonstop.
I don't think somebody could pick out, like, okay, if I had a babysitter who was really into some New Kids on the Block, that would be
They had a
good,
bunch of hits.
bunch of
Chinese
hits.
food.
Makes you sick, right?
I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer.
In the summer.
Mm.
Sheesh.
But you know what about those girls? I like them when they wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Take if I had one wish. Go ahead. She's been gone since the summer. Go ahead.
Since the summer. Nick says at one point, shoot me a call.
Yeah.
Shoot me a call.
Shoot me a call. I don't know what that means.
Shoot me one of them calls.
Shoot me a call.
It's a homing pigeon shot out of a cannon.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure her friend's marriage is okay with Toby. But I'm not sure Toby's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what's with that guy
Toby.
and he's a strange dude. I don't know. Just some questions about that. And then finally, Abuela says she has gotten over. Can we figure out? Is it 60,000 followers, 60,000 likes,
Right.
60,000? What is
something.
what is
whoever
she?
wrote the script, they must have polished it several times into oblivion, because she says that she gained 10,000 followers in a span of a day.
Which is possible.
Yeah, but impressive.
Yes, very impressive. It's possible.
But she says total, she only has over 60,000 likes. So this is a TikTok
she's buying the I think she's
handle.
buying them.
It's a
paying
TikTok
for bots.
handle that gained 10,000 followers in a day, only has 60,000 total likes, and only has 50,000 views.
Right.
So let me tell you, the engagement here,
and that's
guys.
what's a Hallmark, too.
Well, and the engagement here is going down. I'm telling you, I think Granny's buying the. Well, we'll save it.
Save
Granny's
it.
buying the bots.
I think she
Granny's
messed
buying the
up.
bots. I saw them live. They were phenomenal.
Yes, they were so good.
Man, I
stiff.
thought, I mean, just, you're there.
at
But,
times.
once they got going,
Build
wow.
them up.
Best tickets I've ever bought.
Yeah. Wow. The best ones?
Ever.
Even better than Furby's on second.
Ooh, when you mentioned that, I forgot. Oh, how do you forget Furby's on second?
And they played on third, correct?
Which was wild.
Furby on second played on third. It was an acoustic set. It was to the walnuts in there.
You couldn't even hear
To
the
the
acoustic.
walnuts.
They were handing out walnuts just left and right.
It was a good time.
Unbelievable.
That's the best one.
Any more wait what's, Panda?
No, that's all I got.
That's it.
All right.
Brian.
So you mentioned the follower counts and things like that. So that one of the wait what's for me was Summer, who is very private, has issues with privacy, does not want to be out there in front of the masses, walks behind her abuela as she's streaming to her 60,000 followers, likers, whatever, right behind the stream.
That's right.
Just
Yeah. Hey, hope.
so I'm thinking she goes with the top tier influencers over the washed up pop stars.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's
what
that's the real deal there.
So so a couple more. When he got the letter originally, she said, "Give me a call." So I'm reading the letter, no phone number. I'm like, oh, she sent a picture. Obviously, her phone number is on the back of the picture. No phone number on the back of the picture. So where was even the phone number?
Man.
That's
No phone number.
Man, that's a legit wait what there.
Thank you.
Just diving in, just picking a number.
So and then another one I had here was they go from a scene where Nick and Antonio are having a real heart-to-heart, getting, really bonding.
I know
He's
where you're going with this
explaining-
already. This is great.
Antonio's explaining Summer's problem with privacy and all this stuff. And they go directly from that scene to a scene where Summer and her mother are harassing their little brother about as he's learning to play guitar. Just
And she's
bullying-
just bullying him.
just straight up bullying him and criticizing him as he's trying to learn something.
Don't make me sing I was bullied as a child at a very formative age. Hey, little bro,
Neighbors.
you suck at the thing you're doing. Don't do it in front of people.
So that was a little awkward, I thought. And then the
bit.
last one was the extras at the concert at the end were having an absolute blast.
Yeah.
And they were also too young.
All 16 of them.
All 16, all 16 plus. So all too young to be at a nostalgic, washed up.
Everybody going to like New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys concerts are all like 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yes.
But this guy who 15 years ago was in one of those bands, all of his fans are still like teens, 20s.
Yep.
It's amazing
That's what
that he's not
happened.
famous.
Timeless.
It's amazing.
He's timeless.
Yeah. May I submit to you that this movie does not know what HR is or what it is supposed to do?
You're gonna have to take that up with HR.
Human resources is there to make sure there's a comfortable working environment for all. It handles claims of impropriety, injustice, sexual harassment, all these things. This HR department of what appears to be a college is mad because Alexa Pena Vega isn't out in front doing things. At one point, her boss says, "You don't go to rallies." What does that mean?
I had that down.
Man, you know, we've worked at a school. Isn't it crazy when we have the pep rallies and the HR lady is never there? It's like she doesn't care about our school. That HR isn't coming to the pep rallies.
Kids always ask me about that too. They're like, "Hey, where's HR?
Where's HR at?
I was like,
how can we possibly function if HR isn't at all the events?"
Though I wish they had that running HR bit, an HR violation bit. Her excuse for not doing all these things was, can you imagine the HR nightmare?
Yeah. That'd have been great. But instead, she's going to mixers as an HR person, and they're mad she's not meeting men at company mixers. It's a mixer for the company. They're like, why don't you date around in the company? HR won't mind. Shiminy Christmas gang. That's terrible. I do want to be clear. She says, my dad just doesn't get it. He's old-fashioned. But I got to side with Dad here on this because basically you've had a 15-year relationship with a former boy band superstar that you've never met. This is not Dad's old-fashioned. This is weird. It's weird. Call it what it is. Yeah. It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not an old-fashioned thing.
They're lucky this turned out to be an anti-catfish story.
Yes, no kidding. Yeah. Thank goodness that Nick is real and he's there and actually loves her. The Metro, the venue that he plays in, is tiny.
Yep.
That's a Deck the Hallmark live podcast venue. Like that is like a legit.
Played the Metro?
We've played the Metro, believe it or not.
Well,
I know.
I'll say
brag.
this: Salt Lake City, up and coming for us.
Up and coming. Yeah. It was a small stop along the way. But yeah. The Metro's tiny. They have milkshakes at one point in this movie, and there's no room for boys or a yard because those milkshakes are ginormous. I am here for as big. If I order a milkshake and it's too big, I'm just pleasantly surprised. If I finished that milkshake, I was taking a nap.
You can't do it. Yep.
Lights out.
It was a mug, a giant mug.
Was it a milkshake or a root beer flip?
I think it was a milkshake. There was whipped cream and cherry.
Oh my gosh, that's too much.
It's big time. It's big time milkshake. I've already said she needs therapy. I don't need to go through that again. Brian over here wants more band practice. I want the band practice to make sense because Nick shows up and he says this. He comes on stage and he goes, "Why don't we start with the second number? And I don't know, maybe we do it with a different tempo." 2 days before the show, he's like, all 4 of you band members that we just got this week, do a different tempo.
Yep.
I trust all 4 of you will pick the same tempo. Do it differently, though. That's what I want.
Practice would fix that.
He gets it.
Yeah, it would. But to be fair, they ask him to write new songs, get a band, and play a show in 1 week, and he pulls off that trifecta somehow. I don't know how he does it.
It's Nick Mendes for you.
But he does it. I'm so proud that Summer's mom is worried about Abuela's health, but you're limiting the amount of cake she can eat on her own birthday. And I think that's a crime. It's my birthday. I'll just say it. You can't tell someone how much of their own, from the time children are 1, it's eat as much cake as you can possibly stomach.
Yep.
This is the 1 day a year. You can't do this to poor Abuelita. You can't. You've got to let her eat as much of that cake as she wants. I'm sorry. It's her birthday. That's how that works. Those are my wait whats.
And she's burning a ton of calories.
I mean,
on her
so many on the dancing
videos.
For crying out loud.
I mean, she just got 10,000 new followers. Let her celebrate a little bit.
Give her a second piece of cake. Come on. Let's move on to What the Hallmark. These is maybe some questions we had about some things that happen or what we'd like to see happen in the future. It's called What the Hallmark. Panda, what do you got?
This is one of the few, and I think that this is, to Ron Oliver's credit, I think that this is a good bit. He doesn't actually have Nick reconcile with his brothers, who he's estranged with.
Yeah.
And that is a fascinating.
Had that for sure.
That's a fascinating take. I would like to see that story, actually. I do think that there is, ironically, a sequel here. I don't know if it's worthwhile to pursue that as a sequel.
Well, don't put that out in the ether.
No, I'm putting it out there in the universe.
Love of the Limelight 2, band practice.
It's just
Jam.
all band practice with his brothers as they work it out. It's actually like a bottle episode.
I love it.
But it's just
I
them
mean, I don't
working
love
it
it, but
out
I
in
like
between practice.
Yeah.
Man, it's a beautiful thing.
Wait, in between practice.
No, in between songs.
Okay.
And then they go back to the hotel room.
I don't
and
know
they
if
sit
it's
there
in
and they
between
fight it
songs.
out.
I think songs are at the end. I think he's got to go and find them all.
Ooh, road trip.
Yeah, it's a road trip movie. She's in
my
the car.
gosh.
Like, that movie sounds better than this movie. I would watch that.
I would.
movie.
That sounds great.
Did we do it, Doctor?
Hey, we did
We
it.
did Fozzie, not again.
Yeah, that's my wait what. Or what the
Fantastic.
Hallmark. Wherever we're
You
doing.
got it. You're still here, you know. All right, just making sure.
Halfway out the door.
Brian Harold, what do you got for us, sir?
So my what the hallmark here is what in the world happened with Milton, the guy, the Office Space ripoff.
Oh yeah, straight out of Office Space.
So that was I like that.
I mean, he
that-
did quit, but where did he go?
exactly. Like
yeah.
I picture him on a beach, giving surfing lessons. Now he's probably jacked. He catches his own lunch with a spear. Like he turned his whole life upside down. I assume.
Life got turned upside down, from what I understand. Yeah. So I had two. One was the grandma, and like, how is she doing this? Because the followers' likes and views didn't make any sense. We covered that. My other one is just, how in the writing room did we settle on Oh My TV for the TV network or show? I mean, we've got TMZ. You've got like Extra, Inside Edition. Did we just decided on Oh My TV? I wonder how long that show's been on the air and how they decided that.
It's good
That's,
stuff.
right? Like, I don't know how they got there, for sure. Did we do it?
Yeah, I think
We did it. Bran didn't even miss you a bit. Just kidding, buddy. Please come back. We love you. Let's move on to the double decker of the week. This is the time of the show where if you're a member of Bramble Jam Plus, BrambleJamPlus.com at the double decker tier, Panda does the deep dive. He's got the Google Plus Diamond subscription, whatever it is. He does the deep dive. He makes sure that he has all the information. And this week's double decker of the week is Danielle Thorpe. Danielle Thorpe.
Yep.
Panda, take it away.
Listen, guys, Danielle Thorpe, top shelf, top notch.
Both of them. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the deal. For once, guys, and I'm letting you know, she didn't start a company. There's nothing here. She's not entrepreneurial in that sense.
Wow.
But she is doing a
Autumnal?
great.
Is she autumnal? That's
she
a
is
great
not-
question.
Well, undisclosed. Okay. That's what, when I pushed it out there to Google, it said undisclosed when it came back.
You Googled, is Danielle Thorpe autumnal?
And it just said undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
At this time.
Got
but
it.
that's because she's a government
Got it.
official.
Okay,
big
okay,
time.
okay.
She has a little office.
Okay.
And she's known as the corner.
The corner.
Mm-hmm.
So she is the coroner
Yeah.
that.
She only deals with crime scenes in corners.
So you mean to tell me
She's a specialist.
and it's a federal government?
Oh yeah, it's a big job.
So the United States government
Yes.
has a coroner that
Yes.
travels the country
Yes.
to deal with. Is this just murders? Like cause
pretty
of
much
death?
pretty much any situation that's a little
Little A?
that take place in corners.
And what's weird
Because
is
corners get tricky out
I'm
there,
pretty
Dan.
sure Danielle Thorpe, I could be wrong, is from Australia. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure she's one
She's
of our
worldwide.
Okay, so this isn't the U.S. government. This is the UN.
Yeah.
The United Nations has one corner.
Yep.
I bet she stays busy.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
Every corner of the globe.
Like a specific case that really sticks out to you?
Yeah. There was one. Joe Fruit.
Are you supposed to disclose this?
Yeah, I don't. Is it declassified?
It said undisclosed, but then I clicked the link and it said just for you.
Okay. But Joe Fruit.
Joe Fruit.
Okay.
So Joe Fruit, let's just say this: he went missing, and they found him, and it was under some murky circumstances. Okay.
Wow.
And he's propped up in the corner, right? Yeah. And she comes on down, and they weren't going to let her in. They weren't going to let her in, and that's when she said. That's when Danielle dropped her line. She says, "No one puts baby in a corner."
Oh.
And no one knows what that means.
Which is weird because she's a coroner.
You're right. And I was confused.
She could have done like looks like we got a real fruit basket turnover.
Yeah, could have.
She
could've
didn't
done
though.
that.
But when you're the worldwide, worldwide corner,
I don't know how nobody puts baby in a corner would have. apply there at all.
No, it doesn't. But everyone let her in after that,
right.
and that's Danielle for you, though.
Oh, Danielle, thank you so much. If you'd like your own shout out by Panda, you can go to BrambleJamPlus.com, sign up at the double decker tier. We did it. We'll be back with other episodes this week that Bran knows about that I don't, but I'm sure they're happening. Hey, Bramble Fest is coming up in a week and a half. Yeah, that Greenville. Buy a ticket. See Andrew Walker, Nikki DeLoach, all your friends, Patrick from Lifetime Uncorked, Alonzo Duraldi, Jax from Bubbly Says, this guy will be here.
Still doesn't
That
have
guy
a
will be
ticket,
here.
I heard.
I still do not have a ticket.
You're going to get there. Just
know.
trust
Is he?
Is it in the mail?
Listen, the Postables always tell me to trust the timing. So I'm asking you to trust the timing. Hashtag
enough.
trust the timing. We will be back with Bran next time. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas. Fozzie.